I absolutely hate playing in the snow, but we got this new FD and Discmania changed it up a little bit, so we're gonna talk about it. Take your bag off for your putts, kids. All right, so this isn't the first disc that they've released in C-Line, but it is the first driver that's stock that they've released in this new C-Line plastic. And let me tell you, when in this driver form, this plastic is really stiff. And it's not just because I'm out here in like 30-degree weather is it's stiff, but even when I had it in my house and it was warmer, it was just still just rock solid. It still feels really grippy though. Like I don't have to wipe it off as much in the snow, partially because I'm lazy, but I feel like I still have a grip on it when I'm throwing it off the tee. And so that's a huge plus, because a lot of times these C-Line or like Champion style plastics don't really have that much grip in them once you get them a little wet. This still holds that grip on them. It's so cold out here and this is so like rock solid that you feel like it's gonna snap if you hit something, but don't worry, I'm out here, I'm testing it for you. So I threw it just dead straight into a tree. Oh my gosh. Nothing, it's fine. You don't have to worry about that even when it's like 20 degrees outside. So it being super stiff like this could be a plus for some people, because whenever you're playing out in like 100-degree heat or 90s, like this is still probably gonna be still pretty stiff. But if you're further north and you play a lot in the winter and fall, just expect this to be just rock solid, almost like hurt snapping out of your hands. But for the warm weather, this would be just great plastic to throw with. So. So I may or may not have dropped my phone in the snow. So we'll see. Sorry if you can see me or not. We'll see. So the flight of this disc is interesting. They actually changed the mold a little bit in the flight numbers. So if you look, the old flight numbers, they're 76 -11. These new flight numbers, they're 7601. So they made this a little bit more stable, which the flight, it actually reflects that. I didn't have a great footing. Obviously, we're throwing in the snow, so it's gonna be, I'm not gonna throw as far. It's gonna be a little more stable. And it didn't really turn on me very much. But on one of the previous holes, I threw it probably what, like 300 feet-ish, what do you say? Yeah, 300 feet. There was a slight breeze left to right, and I threw it flat and it still turned for me a little bit in that slight like 5-6 mile an hour breeze. I would assume that that's how it would fly if I threw it at normal power when it's not snowing on the ground. Give you a touch of turn, but fly pretty dead straight. Which is interesting because the old FDs were really good for just any skill level. If you gave it to a beginner, they can work it on just about any different line and fly pretty well for them. And then for pros like Simon Lizotte, they would throw them in the woods and have them flip up and just go straight or turn over or different things, or Eagle would use them for rollers. So it was pretty versatile across all different skill levels. But I think now, because they have the active line, which is more geared towards beginners, they felt a little safer to just adjust this more for their pros. So this is very reminiscent of their old second run FDs that they used to have. So if you used to throw those, these aren't as flat as those, but they're pretty similar in terms of the flight as those second run FDs. But yeah, they'll give you just a touch of turn, but be pretty dead straight and still give you a decent fade at the end. It glides pretty good. On a forehand, it feels really nice for forehands, but you really got to have a clean forehand to do well with this. But if you do, this is pretty much just point and shoot, just dead straight, hold a hyzer line, hold an ante. You can do just about anything with this one. These are definitely more stable than their later runs of their FDs. But if you wanted to pick one of these up, there's going to be released on Wednesday, March 16th at 10 a.m. Central Time. You can pick one up at the link in the description below at apollodiscgolf.com. And if you made it this far in the video, you can use this code and you'll get 10% off the first week that they're out. And that goes for anything on the site. That code will work. But thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next one.